Hey YouTuberverse, Steve 3PO, the Tinker Bandit here, and today we're going to make some sci-fi prop weapons. I'm using my newly made vacuform machine, and we're going to try a couple of methods. I can't be something I'm not. I came up with stories for each of these, which I'll cover on Facebook or in another video when I have a couple more props. The vacuform machine's proving very handy. But of course, if I'm going to put two pieces together, I have to start with the right side and then the left side. Here I'm drawing this out because I'm trying to decide where to cut this model. So this can be tricky, so please be careful when you're using an exacto knife. Be sure you know where the blade is at all times and where your appendages are at all times. Here's what I wanted the first pistol to look like. As you'll see though, sometimes we have to roll with it, and there are the occasional bad ideas that come with their own stages. So I did end up painting this and then wrapping the handle with paracord. Seemed like a cheap way out, but hey, it works. I did a really awful job of painting the top part of this pistol, so as I learned in the corporate world, if you make a mistake, either blame somebody else or cover it up. I had no one to blame, so I covered it up, and I think it looks better this way. I decided to go nuts on this pistol and just make it look cool with stuff that I had laying around the house, like gears, corner braces, metal plates, all kinds of stuff. So here it is, folks. This is my very first prop pistol. At first I called this the Tinker Insides Be Pinker. The weapon will turn your enemies inside out, but then put them back together and apologize. But it definitely leaves a window open to rob them. I eventually just settled on Gamma Conversion Blaster, GCB 100, because it sounds cooler. I think it looks pretty sharp, and you can use it standard or gangsta.
Hello diggums. Oh good boy.
So for this next pistol, which is really more of a subgun, I'm going to use the leftover MDF from the vacuform machine. And all I did is free draw on top of this MDF. And the next step is going to be cutting it up and jigging it out. After some finishing, this thing came out really well. Now, onward to the vacuform. I think the polystyrene sheet that I used here, I think I let it get a little too hot and a little too elastic. I had a couple of wrinkles in there. Don't worry, I'm well versed at covering up mistakes. I have to remember that this thing is about 220 degrees when it hits the suction bed. Same markings as before, only this time I'm cutting the forms out of the sheet first. So I decided to fill these plastic cutouts with extra strong plaster. Yeah, plaster. Why plaster? Because I have lots of plaster at home and I wanted this prop to be heavy. After the plaster has hardened, I have to sand down the uneven parts on either side. And then I use some glue and plaster to stick both sides together. After giving it a few hours to cure, I taped up the sides that I need to catch plaster on the bottom. And then I use a cake decorator, yeah that's right, a cake decorator, to fill in the voids. I just smooth everything out with my fingers, and I'm going to prep it for painting. I decided to spray this whole thing with black rubber. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. I just had an extra can of rubber spray and thought, why not? A prop like this is essentially just two-dimensional. It doesn't have any accessories, so concurrently, I'm just printing up some of my own homemade accessories. Picatinny rails, little ovals and shapes, grips, a shell deflector. I think it all gives it very good character. And in my opinion, this is the most fun part, figuring out where to put all the stuff and dreaming up reasons why they're there, what function they fulfill. Now the beauty part of a vacuform machine is after I make the initial prop and the pieces that go on it, I can vacuform plastic pieces ad infinitum with these. So if I wanted to equip all my friends with the same sci-fi weapon, I can do that. They all won't be as cool as the original though. So thanks for watching this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. This was certainly a fun journey for me, and there are more props to come, I guarantee it. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like, and if you want to follow my projects, I got a lot of cool ones coming, then please subscribe. I've got a Glowforge laser and a CNC router coming. Gonna be a lot of fun. Be safe out there and keep on tinkering.